Hi, good afternoon, or good morning rather. Yes, the Tourism Business Council painted a very bleak picture today. It seemed like all doom and gloom. They did try to express hope, but the figures that they provided the MPs with do not make the picture look good at all. Essentially, what they are asking for is a definitive date for when they can start planning towards opening the industry. They say that what's happening around the world is they used examples of other countries where the borders are slowly starting to open, where the aviation industry is slowly opening, and they said that if South Africa does not have, if the sector does not come up with a date soon, South Africa, which is a hot spot in terms of tourism, our normal source markets will start looking at other destinations and overlook us. And it says it could take a long time for South Africa to recover from this. So as things stand, tourism adds to 8.6% of our total GDP. And it says that what's happening is that it's going to be totally smashed because of COVID. 1.2, we're looking at the loss of 1.2 million jobs are currently at risk. Already so many jobs, and we're not just talking about direct jobs, we're talking about jobs on the periphery as well, because tourism feeds into so many different aspects of our economy. So, they gave figures like 49 million rand, SMMEs bring in 49 million rand towards the sector. In 2018 alone, 273 billion was spent through tourism in South Africa. In terms of forex, money coming into the country, tourism brought in 120 billion rand. So obviously these are huge numbers we are looking at, and the industry, it says it is at risk. So all it's asking for is a definitive date for when it can start its forward planning. It says South Africa, it's punting South Africa as a COVID-friendly destination, if there is such a thing, because it says South Africa's tourism is widely driven by wide open spaces, and it also says our safety protocols are top-notch. So this is what they are using as checkpoints to encourage government to try to come up with a definitive date. And they were basically asking the committee to lobby on behalf of the tourism industry for that date. MPs, of course, expressed concern. They understand the issue at hand, they understand the impact on the economy, but they are stressing the point that we cannot be risking lives. So this is more or less, this is how the committee went today. Studio?
How did the conversation handle the issue of the tourism sector being the very area, the genesis of the COVID-19 breakout?
That did not come up in the committee. From what I heard in the questions, I did see some talk about that on social media, where there was critique. I was tweeting from the committee under the SABC hashtag, and in response to those tweets, we had people saying, but hang on, it is because of tourism that we had this global pandemic on the scale that it did break out. So yes, there is definitely that aspect. It didn't come out in the committee as such. The Business Council, the way they presented themselves, MPs did congratulate them and give them a thumbs up for how they presented and for what they presented in terms of their figures. But again, the MPs were just trying to drive home the point that lives are just not worth it.
Abra, thank you so much for that update.
For the loss of lives, rather, it's not worth it.
Yeah. Thank you so much for that update, Abra Barbier. As we wrap up that conversation with Abra, we say goodbye to you. Thank you so much for watching.